Imagine a beautiful Valentine's night turning into a nightmare, when a romantic dinner, mysterious chocolates, and someone lurking in the shadows collide. It became the biggest test of my life and Nikki's. Nikki once told me about Ben, a man who was overly obsessive. I thought it was just an old story, something long gone. But who would have thought that this Valentine's Day, her past would come knocking literally. 3 days before Valentine's, Nikki started feeling uneasy. Every night around PM, she received strange messages on Instagram from an unknown account. The messages said things like, "You still look as beautiful as ever. I know you're happy, but I'm happier watching you from afar." The next day, an expensive box of chocolates was left at her apartment door, with no sender's name. Nikki grew more anxious. When I arrived at her apartment at PM that evening, she finally told me about Ben. Ben was obsessive. We were just friends, but he thought it was something more. I rejected him so many times, but he wouldn't give up. "I'm scared this might be him," she said, her voice trembling. I tried to reassure her. "Let's enjoy Valentine's Day together. If this is Ben, we'll face it together," I replied. We booked a table at a romantic rooftop restaurant downtown. At 6:30 p.m. we arrived. The restaurant was packed with couples enjoying their evening. We ordered steak and wine, trying to ease Nikki's worries. However, around 7:15 p.m., I started to feel something was off. When I glanced at the entrance, I noticed a man in a long black coat and a baseball cap. He was standing by the door, staring directly at us. I tried to brush it off, but Nikki grew uneasy. "I feel like he's been watching us," she whispered. At PM, we finished our meal and decided to leave. As we walked out, the man exited the restaurant too. From the corner of my eye, I saw him following us a few meters behind. I wanted to confront him, but Nikki stopped me. "Don't make a scene. Let's just go home," she said. At 9:30 p.m., we arrived at my house. After a while, Nikki started to relax. We sat together in the living room, watching a romantic movie to shake off the tension of the night. But around 10:45 p.m., Nikki heard faint footsteps in the backyard. "Did you hear that?" she whispered, her voice filled with fear. I grabbed a flashlight and went outside to check. The backyard was dark, but I noticed the patio chairs were knocked over. There were footprints in the damp soil. When I shone the light toward the corner of the yard, I saw him. The man in the black coat was standing still, just a few meters away from me. "Who are you?" I shouted. He didn't respond but immediately ran toward the fence. Without thinking, I chased after him. Nikki screamed from inside, "Don't go after him." I managed to tackle him near a neighbor's house around PM. As the streetlight illuminated his face, Nikki came running out and screamed, "That's Ben." Ben let out a small laugh. "I just wanted to see you, Nikki. Is that so wrong?" I restrained him until the police arrived around 11:30 p.m. Nikki told the officers everything, the strange messages and the mysterious chocolates. Ben was taken away that night. After the incident, we filed a restraining order against Ben. Nikki was shaken for a while, but we decided not to let the past ruin our future. Not all love is beautiful. Sometimes the wrong kind of love can be dangerous. But that night, Nikki and I learned that courage and mutual support are the keys to overcoming anything. Amid all the fear, we found a new strength to protect our relationship.